China just launched what may be Elon Musk's worst nightmare. And the reason Tesla is panicking is not only the car itself, it is what the launch proves. For years, Tesla looked like the company everyone else was trying to catch. Its name became the one for electric cars, future technology, and the kind of lead that seemed almost impossible to break. But China has now stepped into that space with something more dangerous than a single rival. It has shown that an electric vehicle can be designed, built, priced, and pushed into the market with a speed Tesla can no longer ignore. That is where the fear begins. This is not just another foreign car trying to make noise. It is a warning shot from an industry that has learned how to move faster, cut harder, and attack the exact places where Tesla once looked strongest. And for Elon Musk, that changes the entire fight. Because Tesla's biggest problem may not be one company, one model, or one launch. It may be the machine behind it, a machine that keeps producing new threats before the last one has even cooled down. So what did China just launch, and why does it feel like Tesla's nightmare is finally becoming real? China's EV machine finally turned its aim from catching up to confronting Tesla directly. The clearest signal came on June 26, 2025, when Xiaomi launched the YU7 against the Tesla Model Y. This was not a small experiment from a side brand. It entered the exact category where Tesla had built one of its strongest global positions. Xiaomi's YU7 matters because it gives the threat a single face. A Chinese tech company did not quietly release another electric car into a crowded market. It stepped into the Model Y lane, where Tesla depends on volume, software appeal, and brand trust. The move showed how fast China can turn consumer electronics speed into car industry pressure. BYD gives the same threat its scale. With lower-cost EVs, control over batteries, and smart driving features moving into cheaper models, BYD is not attacking only the luxury end of the market. It is pushing technology downward into vehicles more people can afford. That is the harder problem for Tesla, because price pressure becomes unavoidable when advanced features stop feeling premium. China's EV market is now producing rivals that challenge Tesla on several fronts at once: price, range, software, and launch speed. One competitor may be easy to explain away. A full system is different. China is no longer chasing Tesla one feature at a time. It is attacking the whole Tesla formula at once. That is why the threat feels larger than one model. Tesla's real test is not whether Elon Musk's company is finished. The real question is whether Tesla's old lead can survive China's new launch system. Xiaomi brings speed. BYD brings cost control. The wider Chinese EV industry brings pressure from every direction. The nightmare is not one car. It is the pace behind it. The first proof did not come from a quiet concept car. It came from the YU7, a vehicle aimed straight at Tesla's Model Y, in the category Tesla could least afford to lose. Xiaomi's YU7 became the first clear warning shot because it did not enter a weak corner of the market. It launched in China as a direct challenge to the Tesla Model Y, the same category where Tesla built massive global strength. This made the conflict easy to see. Xiaomi was not testing the edge. It was walking into Tesla's center. The Model Y matters because it is not a side product inside Tesla's lineup. It is one of the company's most important global vehicles, built around volume, brand loyalty, software appeal, and daily practicality. So when Xiaomi aimed the YU7 at that exact vehicle, the message was sharper than a normal launch. It targeted the machine that helps carry Tesla worldwide. Xiaomi's price made the challenge harder to ignore. The YU7 started from 253,500 yuan, reportedly below the Model Y's starting price in China. Price alone does not win a market, but it changes the first question buyers ask. If a new rival looks modern, feels advanced, and costs less, Tesla's old advantage begins to face pressure. Range claims added the second layer. Xiaomi claimed up to 835 kilometers of range for the YU7, compared with up to 719 kilometers for the redesigned Model Y in China. Even if buyers compare details carefully, the public signal is simple. The new Chinese rival was not arriving weaker. It was arriving with numbers designed to compete directly. The YU7 launch showed something larger than one vehicle. A Chinese tech company moved into Tesla's territory with price, range, software confidence, and launch speed all at once. A car launch can be marketing, but a tech company entering Tesla's strongest lane is a warning signal. The danger is not only Xiaomi, it is the system behind it. A launch can be dismissed as noise, but the first real evidence came after sales opened, when the market began answering faster than Tesla could. Xiaomi's YU7 orders gave the first hard signal that Tesla could not easily dismiss. When sales opened, Xiaomi reported 200,000 YU7 orders within just 3 minutes. In the Chinese EV market, speed matters, because buyer attention can move from one brand to another almost instantly. Early demand still has to be treated carefully. 200,000 orders in 3 minutes does not mean 200,000 final deliveries, and not every reservation becomes a real sale. But the number still matters. 200,000 early orders in 3 minutes do not guarantee deliveries, but they prove buyers are paying attention. Tesla's Model Y rival had suddenly become more than a launch headline. Even with caution, the YU7 showed massive buyer interest in a vehicle aimed directly at Tesla's strongest category. The pressure was not hidden in analyst reports or future predictions. It appeared the moment Chinese buyers were allowed to respond. Xiaomi's timing made the signal even stranger. The company had only recently entered the EV market, yet it was already pulling attention from Tesla's Model Y lane. A phone and software company had stepped into cars and found buyers almost immediately. That made the old rules feel less secure. Tesla's brand power had once seemed strong enough to hold the line by itself. The YU7 order surge created the first visible crack in that belief. It did not prove Tesla was finished. It proved something more specific. In China, a new rival could appear fast, price hard, and take attention from Tesla almost overnight. YU7 explains the first shock, but the deeper problem is why China's EV machine can keep producing shocks like this again and again. Xiaomi's YU7 mattered because it did not attack Tesla from one angle. It challenged the Model Y on price, range, design appeal, and tech identity at the same time. That combination made the launch harder to dismiss. A cheaper car can be explained away. A cheaper car that also looks modern, feels connected, and claims stronger numbers becomes a different kind of threat. Xiaomi is not a traditional car company trying to learn technology from the outside. It already lives inside phones, homes, screens, and daily user habits. That gives the YU7 a different identity from a normal EV launch. It is not only transportation. It is another device inside a wider Xiaomi ecosystem built for customers already used to the brand. Traditional automakers often tried to copy Tesla by matching the shape, the clean interior, or the headline specs. Xiaomi's YU7 approached the fight differently. It came from a company that understands software, consumer attention, and product launches. YU7 did not challenge Tesla on one feature. It challenged the whole reason buyers choose Tesla in China. Tesla used to make other electric cars look slow, unfinished, and old before they even reached the road. The Model Y carried that advantage for years, but the YU7 changed the feeling of the comparison. For the first time, Tesla did not look like the company everyone else was chasing. It looked like the company being forced to answer. Xiaomi's second car made the mystery bigger than Xiaomi itself. If one Chinese tech company can move this fast, then the deeper question is what happens when BYD, NIO, XPeng, and the rest of China's EV system keep launching. The danger is not one rival, it is the speed of the machine behind it. To understand why this is possible, the investigation has to move beyond Xiaomi. The real force is the Chinese EV system that keeps turning launches into pressure. China's EV market is not just large, it is the hardest testing ground in the industry. Every brand inside China is forced to move fast because buyers compare price, range, software, and features almost in real time. A slow product cycle can make a car feel old before it reaches the road. That pressure creates the real danger for Tesla, because the fight is no longer against one company with one new model. It is against a market trained to replace yesterday's advantage quickly. Tesla is facing a swarm, not a single rival. Xiaomi, BYD, XPeng, NIO, Geely, Leapmotor, and Huawei-backed brands are all pushing into the same electric future from different angles. Some attack price, some attack software, some attack design, charging, or smart driving features. One rival can be studied and answered. A swarm changes the rhythm of the fight because Tesla has to respond everywhere at once. Chinese EV makers compete through speed as much as technology. Their product cycles move fast, their pricing is aggressive, and their access to batteries gives them room to pressure margins. Local supply chains help them move parts, software, and updates into vehicles quickly. Tesla is not being challenged by one car. It is being challenged by an entire launch system. That is why each new Chinese model feels less like an isolated release and more like another strike in the same direction. BYD's position shows the scale behind the pressure. In May 2026, BYD ranked first in China's passenger NEV retail market, with a reported 21.8% share. That number matters because BYD is not only selling expensive halo cars, it is moving lower-cost EVs, battery control, and smart driving features into cheaper models. The result is a market where advanced technology stops feeling rare and starts becoming expected. Tesla China remains important, but it no longer looks untouchable. In the world's most intense EV battlefield, Tesla still has brand power, factory scale, and loyal buyers. But dominance is different from relevance. Xiaomi's YU7, BYD's 21.8% share, and the wider Chinese EV swarm show a market where Tesla must defend its lead every month, not simply rely on the reputation it built years ago. The threat cannot be measured by impressions alone. To prove how serious it is, the investigation has to follow the numbers Tesla cannot easily explain away. Product comparison gives the first evidence path. Xiaomi YU7 was placed against the Tesla Model Y on the points buyers understand fastest: price, range, and demand. That matters because this was not a vague threat from the future. It was a direct matchup inside China, where the strongest electric vehicle battles are already happening. China retail sales data gives the second path. The question is not whether Tesla still sells cars in China. It does. The real question is where Tesla China stands beside BYD, Xiaomi, and other domestic EV makers. Market position matters because a brand can stay relevant and still lose the control it once had. Tesla's own reports give the third path because pressure eventually shows up in deliveries and financial filings. In 2025, Tesla delivered 1,636,129 vehicles, down 9% from 2024, according to Step 1. A single decline does not explain everything, but it gives the investigation a measurable signal that competition is no longer just background noise. Company filings make the warning more serious. Tesla itself says Competition can lead to price cuts, lower sales, revenue shortfalls, customer loss, and market share loss. The data's message is clear. A launch can create noise, but deliveries and filings show whether the pressure is becoming real. That is why the threat cannot be judged only by headlines. China's EV offensive becomes credible when all three pieces are placed together. YU7 challenges the Model Y directly. Retail data shows Tesla surrounded by domestic rivals. Tesla's own 2025 numbers and filings show the financial pressure points. The result is serious, but not exaggerated. China is not ending Tesla overnight. It is forcing Tesla to defend every advantage. The evidence shows pressure, not collapse. But the next question is where that pressure becomes most dangerous: inside Tesla's own business model. Tesla's numbers do not prove collapse, and they do not prove bankruptcy is near. Tesla still sells vehicles, still has global brand power, and still remains one of the most important companies in the EV industry. The evidence points to something more specific. The old lead is weakening, not disappearing. China's EV market shows the pressure clearly. Tesla is now competing in a crowded field where Xiaomi, BYD, and other domestic brands move fast and price aggressively. The threat is measurable because buyers have more choices, better features, and stronger local options than before. Tesla is no longer fighting from a distance. Tesla's 2025 financials make the pressure harder to ignore. Automotive revenue reportedly fell 10% in 2025, while operating margin dropped from 7.2% to 4.6%. Those numbers matter because margin is the space a company uses to cut prices, fund new models, and defend market share when rivals attack. The panic framing only works if it means strategic urgency. It does not prove confirmed internal fear inside Tesla, and it does not prove Elon Musk has lost the market. The numbers do not prove Tesla is afraid inside. They prove the market around Tesla is moving faster. That is the more credible reading. China's real attack is aimed at Tesla's old advantages: price, range, software image, and speed. Xiaomi's YU7 challenged the Model Y directly, while BYD pushed advanced features into cheaper vehicles. The reveal is not that Tesla is finished. The reveal is that China is attacking faster than Tesla can simply dismiss. Cheaper cars are only the first layer of the threat. The next pressure point is even more dangerous. China is moving into the software territory Tesla once treated as its future. BYD's God's Eye rollout changed the pressure around Tesla because it moved smart driving features across 21 models at once. This was not one expensive flagship trying to impress early buyers. BYD was spreading advanced driver assistance into a wider lineup, making the message clear. Software was no longer only a premium battlefield for Tesla FSD. Lower-priced BYD models made the move more serious. Some vehicles with God's Eye features were priced below 100,000 yuan, putting smart driving tools into cars many more buyers could reach. That matters because Tesla has long treated software as part of its future value. BYD was now pushing similar expectations into cheaper parts of the Chinese EV market. God's Eye does not prove BYD has full autonomy, and it should not be treated as equal to Tesla FSD. The important point is narrower, but still powerful. BYD is not claiming the same future in the same way. It is showing that useful driver assistance can become common before full self-driving is ever solved. Chinese automakers are turning software into a price war. BYD, Xiaomi, Xpeng, NIO, and other brands are training buyers to expect smart features without paying luxury prices. When driver assistance becomes normal in cheaper cars, the premium around software starts to shrink. That is the danger for Tesla. Tesla's China ambitions now face pressure from several directions at once. FSD still carries a powerful image, but timing, regulation, and local competition matter. While Tesla waits for approvals and market conditions, local Chinese EV brands keep upgrading quickly. The complication is simple. Tesla is not only fighting cheaper cars, it is fighting cheaper software expectations. That creates the real dilemma. Is this just normal competition? Or has China built a structure Tesla cannot easily beat? Tesla's mainstream explanation begins with normal EV market maturity. More brands enter, prices fall, and margins tighten. In that view, Tesla is not facing a secret collapse or one sudden disaster. It is facing what happens when a young market becomes crowded. China, with its fast-moving buyers and intense competition, simply reached that stage faster than most markets. China's stronger advantage is the system behind the competition. The pressure comes from supply chains, battery access, manufacturing speed, software upgrades, and scale working together. Xiaomi, BYD, Xpeng, NIO, and others are not moving in isolation. China's advantage is not one weapon. It is the ability to repeat pressure from every side. That makes the threat harder for Tesla to answer. Xiaomi shows how quickly a tech company can enter Tesla's core space. With the YU7, it moved into the Model Y category and immediately turned attention toward price, range, design, and software identity. A company known for devices, screens, and connected users suddenly entered the car market with speed. That proved Tesla's territory was no longer protected by experience alone. BYD shows the other side of the system. It has scale, cost control, batteries, volume, and affordable smart technology moving into cheaper vehicles. BYD does not need to beat Tesla only with one luxury model. It can pressure the market from below, where price matters most, and from the middle, where buyers expect technology without paying a premium. The weak version of this is saying Elon Musk is personally panicking. The stronger version is more serious. Tesla's strategy is being pushed into defense. China has built a repeatable way to attack the same advantages Tesla once used to dominate: speed, software, price, and scale. The question is no longer whether one launch matters. It is whether Tesla can withstand the next one and the one after that. If China can repeat this formula, the threat becomes bigger than Xiaomi or BYD. The final question is whether Tesla's old lead can survive a system built to keep attacking it. Xiaomi's YU7 gives the final question its sharpest form. China proved it could launch a direct Tesla Model Y challenger with price, range, ecosystem appeal, and massive early demand all working together. This was not only another EV release, it showed that Tesla's most important category could be attacked with speed, confidence, and a product built to pull attention immediately. BYD shows why the threat does not stop with Xiaomi. Through scale, battery control, lower-cost EVs, and smart driving features moving into cheaper models, BYD is pressuring Tesla from below and from the middle of the market. Its strategy makes advanced technology feel less exclusive, which weakens one of Tesla's strongest old advantages. China's rising NEV exports suggest the pressure may not stay inside China. If Chinese brands can move their vehicles into more global markets, then Tesla is not only defending one country. It is defending its position across regions where buyers compare price, software, range, and value more aggressively than before. That makes the threat wider than one launch. Tesla still has real answers. FSD, robotaxi, future cheaper models, brand power, manufacturing scale, and global charging strength all give Elon Musk's company ways to fight back. The problem is timing. These answers only matter if they arrive fast enough, work clearly enough, and convince buyers before Chinese rivals reset expectations around them. The unresolved mystery is whether Tesla's old lead can be rebuilt once China's EV machine keeps moving. The nightmare is not one Chinese car. It is the possibility that China has learned how to manufacture Tesla's future faster than Tesla can defend it. That is the question left on the road. Tesla is not facing one rival anymore. It is facing a system, and the next move will show whether Tesla can still outrun it.